Today we're going to talk about how to make a bow hold on a pencil. We're going to use our right hand for the bow, and what we're going to do is mark some dots on our right hand so we know where to put the pencil. So I have a marker here. You could use a marker or a pen. And the first dot is going to go on our thumb. And it's just going to go on the corner of the thumb that's close to the first finger. So right there. The second dot we're going to make is on our tallest finger, just on the first crease, right there. And then I'd like you to try to make a circle touching those dots together. If you have that, it should look nice and circular. You can kind of look around the room, see what you can see between your fingers. So that's the first thing that we will do. The next thing is we're going to put a dot on your first finger, and the dot on your first finger goes in between the first crease and the second crease. And it actually is going to be more like on the thumb side and sort of maybe a little bit of a line instead of an actual dot. So like that. All right, and then we'll skip our tallest finger since we did that already, and we'll do our ring finger, and that's going to go on the first crease, just like the ring finger, just like the tallest finger. And then the pinky is last, and we're going to put a dot right on the very tip of the pinky, right there. So those are the 5 points that we're going to be using to touch the pencil. So you can put your pen down. And so just like we did before, let's practice making a circle with our tallest finger and our thumb, making the dots touch. Okay, you can tap that a couple of times. And one thing you need to remember is that this thumb actually has a bend in it, so that it creates more of a circular shape. All right, and then just put that down at your side with that shape, and just shake out your hand a little bit, but keep the dots touching, just to ensure that there's not excessive tension in there. Okay, so then we put it back up here, and what we're going to do now is insert a pencil into that circle. So the way we're going to do that is just open up the circle, take a pencil in your left hand, touch the dot on the thumb, and touch the dot on the middle finger, while you make sure that there's still a circle there. And you'll notice that it does not touch, the circle is not completely touching because the pencil is sort of breaking that circle right at the point where the dots are. All right, so that's your first step for the bow hold. And then the next thing that we'll do is put our index finger down, matching the line up to the pencil. So we touch the pencil on that line. Then we put our ring finger down, touching the dot onto the pencil, sort of curving it around right next to the middle finger. And these two middle fingers can sometimes be called the hugger fingers because they're round and they hug. And then the last one is going to be the pinky, and right where your dot is on the tip of the pinky, touch the pencil right on the tip like that. And that is a really nice bow hold. And that's how your fingers will be when we use the bow. So then the last thing we can do is just sort of move it around. See if you can keep all of the fingers touching on the dots to that pencil. So maybe shake it, maybe draw some circles or other shapes, or write your name. You can do a bunch of things like that. You can bring it down to your side and shake a little bit and bring it back up. And just keep making sure that all the fingers are relaxed. So we're going to try that all one more time. So just take your pencil out again, shake out your hand, and just get ready to go again. So step one, again, was make a circle touching the tallest finger and the thumb, the dots, okay. And then inserting the pencil in between there. And I'll show it to you that same angle. Also, if you turn it upside down, maybe you can see if there's that pencil part that's in between the thumb and the tallest finger. Then we kind of lay the first finger on the side between the two creases. Then we add the ring finger where the dot is on the first crease, and then the pinky on its very tip. You can tap the pinky to see if it's relaxed. You could tap the first finger to see if it's relaxed. Maybe you could tap the two middle fingers. And always I'm kind of preparing by still holding the pencil with my other hand as I tap, so you don't have to worry about dropping it. And then we can turn it back and forth like this, shake it around a little bit. And the last thing we'll check is to make sure that we still have an oval or a circle right in here. Make sure that you don't poke yourself in the eye when you do that. And one thing to look out for, if you turn it upside down, is that this thumb has to have a big bump on it. It should be very tall, because if it's not, if you ever do like that, I mean, you would get rid of your circle, and that will not be the correct way to hold your thumb when you do it on the bow. So make sure that it's out like this. It can be called a mountaintop. It could be called a very important place, because it's very important for your bow hold. So make sure that it has a bump on the thumb. And after you're mastering this, I would try to do it multiple times in a row. Then we'll be ready to add it to the bow, and you'll have a great bow hold on your bow.